Now we're going to talk about reconciling your credit card account. So if you make a payment, let's say mid-month, let's say your credit card, right? You pay it, you're charging things on your credit card all month long. But let's say you pay it down every once in a while mid-month. So if you just pay it down every once in a while mid-month, you can just go in and write a check, right? So I have a checking account. I'm paying my credit card company. I'm paying them, $5,000. And then the account you're going to apply it against is the credit card company itself. Okay. So that's one way to do it. That's if you're cutting a check. Now, a lot of times, right, our credit card companies are actually linked to our checking account already somehow. So we can, instead of having to write a check necessarily, we can go in and do it as a transfer. So if we don't have a check number, right, we can go in and just transfer funds. I'm transferring it from the company checking account. I'm transferring it over to the credit card account, and I'm transferring $5,000. Okay. Now again, that's only if you're making a payment mid-month. Now it's the end of the month. We've received our statement from our credit card company, so we want to go in and reconcile our credit card first before we pay it down more. So I'm going to go to banking and reconcile just like I would. Right now it's I just selected credit card, so it's picking up reconcile credit card. But banking and reconcile just like you would any other reconciliation. Okay, then you're going to choose your credit card account. Okay, if you've done reconciliations before, obviously you would have a beginning balance in here, and you'd have the previous date it's been reconciled. Then you put in your ending balance that your credit card statement says. If you have any finance charges, you want to include those in here, what account they should go against in the class, and then we say continue. So then we go through and we say, okay, oh yeah, that cleared. Oh yeah, I see that. That cleared. This cleared. This cleared. This cleared. Do. Now normally with credit cards, right, especially if you're downloading them, you should be able to just check off everything. Okay, maybe not a couple at the end, right? You might have a couple at the end that didn't clear yet. But you should just be able to check off everything, because with credit cards it's different than bank or a bank transaction, right? Where you have a check that hasn't cleared yet. With credit cards, when you've paid on a credit card, it happened. It happened today, right? They most likely ran your credit card today, and if they haven't, maybe you should talk to them about doing online credit card payments and stuff like that. But we should be able to go in and just check them off. And usually, I mean, this is running over several months like this, but if you have outstanding credit cards from several months back, odds are that credit card transaction never happened, and we need to clear it out. Okay, you need to figure out why we have it recorded in here. But we go through, we check off all the transactions. Okay. Let me see if I can get closer. So I have the cleared balance. I'm going to force this through. So the cleared balance is 968.12. So I'm going to modify this and say my ending balance was 968.12 instead. Okay, so I get my balance all nice and clean down to 0. And then we say reconcile now. So when you do a credit card, it gives you some different options. It says, I want to write a check now, right, to pay off my credit card now. You can do that if you want to. Or you can enter it as a bill for payment later. So what's going to happen here is it doesn't enter a bill, right, where it shows you all the transactions on the bill. It's just entering a bill to the credit card company, so to American Express as an example, and it'll enter it for the amount of the outstanding balance. Okay, so if I enter a bill, it's going to create the bill for me, and then it also pops up to print out my reconciliation report, of course, just like you do get when you reconcile your bank. Okay, so either way, if you want to write the check, if you want to enter it as a bill for payment later, you can do those either way. But this is just a good way to remember or remind you, right, that you need to pay that bill.